Hello and welcome. And today we have a guest. We have Ingvar Johannesson, also on YouTube known as Zibbit, from Reykjavik, right?
Yes, more or less. I'm in the Reykjavik area, as I have been all of my life.
Yes, and I've been looking forward to this. I've been following Zibbit's channel for some time, and I think you're the biggest YouTuber on Iceland, right? In chess, at least.
Yeah, when it comes to chess, yes.
Yes, and you've been doing the YouTube on like 15 years or something.
uh, well, I've had a channel for a long time, but I've been doing YouTube for like maybe 6 or 7 years. But I've been taking long breaks in between, so
Okay, it is a bit of a grind to make all these
yeah,
videos. We found out.
yeah. As you're
Uh,
getting to know,
yeah. So, I invited you here because I'm very curious about chess in Iceland, and also I want to hear about you and your channel. But first, I know that a lot of, especially Danish chess players, are very curious about Iceland. Of course, it's a very big island, but are only like you're less than 350,000 people, right?
yeah, we're in that range. I don't know the number today. Around
I
300,
looked it up on World
350.
Meter,
Yeah,
and it was 343.
it was
Um,
okay.
uh, so, and how many grandmasters are from Iceland?
um, well, that depends. Because we can technically count Bobby Fischer.
Yeah, okay, but let's exclude Fischer. He
Yeah,
was a
let's
grandmaster before he came to
okay.
Iceland.
So then we have 15 grandmasters in total.
15
Uh,
grandmasters. And
14
this,
Icelandic, and then Henrik Danielsson became an Icelandic citizen.
yes. So you have 15 grandmasters. I think Denmark has something similar. And we are like 6 million people.
Yeah.
So how to explain that? What is the secret of the Icelandic success?
The secret. I think it all started, of course, with Friðrik Ólafsson. He was the first Icelandic grandmaster, and I think also just in general, the game of chess fits very well in Iceland because we have
Yes.
long winters, and before our modern times, people spent a lot of time, in their house. So a game like chess is ideal for the situation that we had.
Yeah, but I can tell you one thing. In Denmark, we also have long winters, and they're not that great, but we are not that good at chess. So,
Yeah.
I think there must have been some sort of structural thing that made Icelandic. Of course, we know that Fredrik Olsson was a big star in Iceland. He
Mm-hmm.
was a big. He also became, I think, FIDE president.
Yes, he was FIDE president.
And was a big name. But did you have a lot of scholastic chess? Do people, Icelandic people, learn chess in school?
No,
No.
but it seems like everybody. We have it today a little bit in some schools. They have chess for, I think, like 7 or 8 year olds. They have chess classes, but it's not everywhere.
Okay.
But I think it was, of course, a chess boom when we had the big match in 1972.
So that's probably part of the success.
Yeah. After
Also,
that, we had like a generation of grandmasters that, came, because of that match, basically.
yeah, but because I thought that in general Iceland is a little bit remote from the chess scene. It costs a lot of money to fly to Europe.
Yeah.
And but I think you had some support from the government, the grandmasters in Iceland, especially in the early years. Economically, is that true?
Yeah, it's true. I think it was the 90s. Then, well, we had, like I said, a generation of grandmasters that came after the match. It was, Helgi Ólafsson, Jóhann Hjartarson, Margeir Pétursson, Johanneson, and those guys, you know them, of course.
Yes.
And you played them, I guess, probably all of them.
Most of them, yes.
Yeah, and they were very, they created some nice things for grandmasters, that they got paid for tournaments and stuff, and eventually grandmasters became paid by the government.
That's
in the
very
90s.
nice. But
Yeah.
still, they gave up active chess, most of them. I think
Yeah,
Peterson, Yatason, Anason, they all went in pursuit of civil careers instead of playing chess.
yeah, somehow almost all of them became lawyers.
Okay.
And Hjartarson is very, very successful.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a salary, but it's not the biggest salary in the world. It's nice to support you if you're playing chess, but maybe not.
It's not enough.
For all of your career. Yeah.
So do you have a special chess culture in Iceland too? So of course, we have some historical things to figure out. Fredrik Olofsson, first grandmaster, and of course I guess it was a very big thing back then when Iceland was very young.
Yeah.
And of course the match in '72 and support for grandmasters, but also that it seems that a lot of Icelandic people know chess and know chess players. And I remember when I was staying there in the hotel, I think the guy working at the hotel was an IM.
Yeah, I know who that is. His name is Jón Garðar Viðarsson. He basically gave up chess, but
Okay.
he worked at the hotel, and he used to play bullet chess on the Internet Chess Club. And he had like a ridiculous number of games, like 40, 50,000 or something.
Okay.
Which isn't too crazy today, but he had a lot more games than we had, and that was because he was always playing, during the night shifts at the hotel.
Yes.
Just playing bullet all night.
Okay. Yeah, it could be long nights at hotels when you just have to let people in. So,
And
but
actually,
you don't think there is a special? Of course, chess is a big sport in Iceland. You can sort of sense that when you're there. You're always treated. I think played 6 times in Iceland, and you're always treated very well. And of course, Icelandic people are very welcoming and friendly in general. And the hospitality is very nice. The only problem is very far away and very expensive, and the weather is bad in the winter. And you always have tournaments in the winter, by the way. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
So there is no special chess culture. It was just a number of circumstances, and of course, I also noticed that Icelandic people in general are, well, they probably have good genes because you're good at a lot of sports when you look at how few people you are.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, in 2015, we made the final in, of course, European Championship in football. We made the final in basketball and handball. And the only other nations to do that are the big nations like Germany, France, Spain, and I think Croatia.
Yeah.
I think you can take a lot of big nations and they make it maybe in handball and football, but not in basketball or not in, vice versa. So we made it in all three, which is just incredible.
So there is a little bit of Icelandic competitive edge somewhere. Some X factor.
Some Viking fighting spirit.
Yes. So what about chess in Iceland today? Is it supported by society? Is it popular? Did this Queen's Gambit make it more popular?
Yeah. Well, I would say that the golden years were maybe in the 80s and 90s.
Okay.
When the foursome that I mentioned before, they were very, very successful internationally, and at the Olympiads was a big thing, of course, in 88 when Hjartarson beat Korsno in a match and then played against Karpov, and the team had great success at Olympiads. I think they came 5th and 6th, and then all the Soviet Union fell and a lot of nations.
Yeah. Everything changed. I
created.
remember that.
Yeah, everything changed. Yeah,
They all came out suddenly, all these
yeah,
players and all these countries, Armenia and Azerbaijan, that
exactly.
was suddenly big power nations in chess.
Yeah.
And I
So I would
also
say that
remember
was,
that team with Yatason
yeah,
and Peterson and Anderson and Olofsson. They were actually much stronger than Denmark at the point. So Iceland was really a
yeah.
power nation. Um, but okay, but it's still popular in
It's still
Iceland.
popular. Not like it was in the 80s and 90s. I would say the grandmasters then were kind of like at least mini celebrities. You know, people knew their name, knew who they were. They would show up on TV, you know, occasionally, stuff like that. I think today chess is still well known, but you could not walk up to a random person on the street and he would know who's the highest rated Icelandic grandmaster.
Okay, so they will not know it's Hjörvar Gretason, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
But
come on, Phil.
there's still a little bit of a boom following the Queen's Gambit and such. I sense it. You know, people contacted me about lessons and interest and stuff like that. So definitely, I feel the interest.
Okay, so I will switch subject to you and your channel. You've been going at it
Okay.
for some years with on and off.
Yeah.
So do you play and work on YouTube full time, or do you do something else?
No, it's just a hobby.
It's
But
just a
I've had more time lately. Uh, but yeah, it's a side hobby.
yes, it's a good hobby. I think. I think
Yeah.
it's fun. Also, when we decided to make this YouTube channel, we was like more, should I write a chess book or should I do some videos? And I thought it was much more fun to do videos actually.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Um, so you've been going at it for some years, and do you have any tips for a new channel like me?
Uh, it's difficult. You know, there are many things to think about. Um, no, I mean, I think you're doing the right things. Of course, when you start looking at things like thumbnails and titles and stuff like that, you have to take care of these things and write a description and stuff like that. Sometimes I'm lazy with that, and I think you can see the difference. You know, if you take care of your videos.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So what's your plan? I saw on one of your videos that you did pretty well in the recent team championship of
Yeah,
Iceland, and now you're going after the IM title.
that's the plan. That's the plan.
That's the
I
plan.
haven't been, yeah, I haven't been playing much. I would say the last 10 years or something. I haven't gone to many tournaments in Europe. Mostly been doing commentary and stuff like that. Like the Reykjavik Open, I haven't played for a long time because I'm always working, doing commentary or helping with the organization. I've been doing. I always have we call it the pub quiz. Like
Yeah.
have you played the pub quiz? No.
No, I haven't played it, but I heard about it. It was
Yeah. Magnus
it's
Carlsen
good.
played one year
Yeah, the Reykjavik
and won.
Open. I heard about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't play, but I remember when it was 2010. I forgot all about it, but I heard it was fantastic and it was
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
I didn't have it that year, but I've had it for a few years now.
So, um, so if you want to become an IM, I'm curious because well, you're not 20. I can say that. I don't know how old you are,
Correct.
but you're not 20. So do you have a plan for how to improve to become an IM?
Yeah. The plan is well, when I was playing more, I obviously my openings were a lot better, and I feel like I would have to work uh, pretty hard to create a good repertoire and have weapons, to be able to play such tournaments. Um, I feel like I have good knowledge of you know patterns and tactical patterns and stuff like that. Work maybe a little bit on the end games. Like I had an end game this weekend against Hjartarson. It was a rapid tournament where I think I have a bit of a weakness, stuff like that. So I think I'd have to put a lot of work in for practical end games and openings. and then
So
just play
will
the
you
tournaments.
will you use the channel to do that? Will you say, okay, let's have some end games on
Yeah,
my
yeah.
main
I
chess
think I
channel?
will do more stuff where I focus on what I will be doing, and maybe people can hopefully use that material to improve themselves as well.
Yeah, I think that's if you sort of practice what you do and say, okay, I want to become an IM, and I have analyzed my game, and because I remember I think we played 10 years ago, 11 years ago or
Yeah, we played
something.
in the Reykjavik, I
And
remember.
and I remember I thought that your openings were really bad,
Yeah,
but your general level was quite high,
yeah,
uh, and you had a good sense of chess and so on. So I thought that okay, but also I realized that when you have bad openings, when you're not at some stage in your career, it's getting much harder to fix because it's sort of how you grew up with chess.
yeah,
That you
yeah,
said, okay, I want to learn chess, I want to learn tactical patterns, I want to learn positional stuff, but but the openings, and the
yeah.
problem is with the openings, it's getting worse because now these young players, if you when you talk to them, they talk
They know
about these
everything.
cloud engines, and they are renting time to do special analysis, and you say like, okay,
Yeah,
how do you set this up? And they
yeah.
have,
Well, I actually learned a little bit about that, so my
okay,
technical knowledge is okay. So
okay, so you're up to date on the
yeah,
the
but you're
technical
right
stuff.
about the openings, and in fact, like just against d4, I played everything because I've never settled on a favorite opening against d4. I almost always play the French, which I like, but against d4 somehow I played the Grunfeld, King's Indian, Leningrad, played everything, and never had a favorite opening against d4. So it's a bit of a weakness.
Yeah, I guess I think one thing I'm using is my experience, because I'm saying, okay, I'm 50 years old. I'm probably not going to improve very much in any area, but I have tried everything. So now I will look at my opponent. I will say, okay, they have weaknesses here, there, and so I'll just prepare that, to
Yeah,
prepare for
yeah,
their weakness and not have a repertoire myself. So it's a lot of work, but it's also very unpleasant for them because they always get what they don't expect and what they least like, and
yeah,
playing into their weaknesses and so on.
yeah. I feel like I've been good with that when I've played to kind of avoid getting hit with my opponent's preparation because I don't even know what I play myself, so maybe it's difficult for them. But I feel like I was good at that. Kind of a little bit of poker, which I used to play.
Yeah, yeah. It's also my inspiration is also from poker, that you
Yeah,
say, okay, I just play my opponent and not my cards, sort of.
exactly, exactly.
That's the general idea. So, how many videos do you make a week, every day, or?
It depends. I've been doing um, trying to make every day for a good while now, probably half a year or something. But the last few days I didn't do anything. I was up north playing a tournament, and I wanted to. I was trying. I wanted to edit a video, kind of like a vlog, during the tournament. But on the first night, it just took way too much time. The editing and the computer was running for 2 hours. I got to sleep late, and then I was like, no, I can't. I can't do that. So no
Yeah,
videos for a while then.
that's
But I will make one today.
that's also the problem with chess. It's an energy game. So when
Yeah,
you want to play well, you have to have a lot of energy in reserve. And if you're having all these other things, especially if you don't have any openings like me, then you have to repair all these openings. Then I have
yeah,
to
yeah,
write an article. And if you also have to do videos, then you're just so tired when you sit at the
yeah,
board. So, anyway, Ingmar, this was very interesting talking to you, and
yeah.
I hope
Thank you for having me.
to do another episode with the Zibbit's chess channel. I can recommend it. There are a lot of instructive stuff there, and there are a lot of videos on everything, and it's the leading YouTube chess channel from Iceland. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.